Hello everyone and welcome to the Premiere Pro, where you'll learn everything you need to know to go from a 100% beginner to a professional level video editor. We'll release at least one new tutorial every week, and if there's anything you'd like to see covered in the future, let me know in the comments. All right, so let's get started. In Volume 1, I showed you how to set up a project from scratch, get all your folders together. And if you want to take a look at that video, there's a link in the description. It's very important to organize your media and your folders ahead of time so you know exactly where to look when you're importing assets and you know exactly where they're going to go. So there's a few ways to import media into Premiere. So you can go to File, Import, and then it's going to bring up your whole file structure here, whether it's your Mac or PC. And I want to go to Assets here. I've already organized these ahead of time. Go to Footage. And I want to go to Stock because I don't have any original footage yet. Cities. And New York City, and that's what we're going to be bringing in. But I'm not going to do that yet. There's other ways to do this. So you can import from that file menu again, import. It'll open that up. Or you can actually right click and do the same thing in the project window. Now, what's even cooler is that if you know where you want to put it, so this is going to be in footage, and I'm going to do the sample video, right click that folder itself, right click, go to import. And again, I have to find my correct folder, assets, footage, stock, cities, and we want New York City. So what I can even do, I could import these clips one by one. If I click it and clicked import, that one clip would come in. Or I can click here, press and hold shift, go to the bottom. I can import all those clips by clicking there all at once. But what's even a more efficient way to do it, because remember, as you get more and more things into your project, it's just going to start to get more disorganized, and it's going to be harder to keep track of things. So from the very get-go, you want to be very organized. I could just import this entire folder, and then everything will come in with that folder already set, so it's going to keep my project organized. So I'm going to go ahead and import that, and it's going to take a minute to import because it's a lot of clips. But now if you look, I've imported that entire folder, and look at this. When you open it up, there we go. We have all of our clips right there. And again, we're keeping the hierarchy. We're keeping the project very organized. So someone who's never seen this project logically can open it and say, I wonder where that New York City footage is. Well, it's probably in footage. Could be in raw sessions. No, maybe sample video. Oh, New York, there's the clips. So you're not spending half your time looking for stuff. You want to be editing, not searching. So there's one more way. Now, depending on the type of media that you're bringing in or how high end the camera is, you may need to actually use the media browser. And that's because more advanced and high-end cameras like Reds, REs, really high-end cameras, they use proprietary codecs. They use file formats that are not common, and there's a little decoding that's needed to be able to work with those files. So you're going to want to use the media browser. Now look up here. I don't see the media browser. And that actually allows me to show you that there's many more windows than what comes up as the default. You can choose what you want to see so that your screen is not too cluttered, so that it's just the stuff you want to see. And this goes for media browser. It goes for really any of these windows. So if you go up to window, if you look, everything that's checked here, these are my windows that are up. So audio meters is checked. That's what I have over here. Effects controls is checked right there. Effects is checked. It's right there. So you get the idea. So there's all these possible windows, but Lumetri color, that's for color grading. I don't want to color grade right now. So that's just going to clutter up my screen. I don't need to see that. The scopes, things we'll get into in later videos. There's all kind of stuff here that you may or may not want to see. So at any point, if there's something that you say, oh no, where did it go? I can't find it. You can always come up here and grab it. Likewise, if you want to get rid of something, you can always click here and click close panel. And that's for all these panels, these three lines here, give you your options. So we want to see the media browser. So you're going to go to media browser and just look at that. It pops up right where you need it. And you can still click and tab around. But this is a good one to keep because, again, it's going to have those codecs that just importing in a standard way may not work, and you need to actually decode the files. And I'll show you another advantage of the media coder too, is that it's actually going to allow you to kind of preview those files and really look at them before you commit to importing them. So basically, this is your file structure of your computer. So we're going to go to our hard drive here, and you can click, or you can do this as well. It's kind of nice to click, and you may want to expand this a little bit. So we're going to go to assets. So this is just like searching in our Mac or our PC through our folders. It's going to open that up within Premiere. So it's very convenient. So footage, and we want to go to stock, and we want to go to cities, and there's New York. Now remember, we imported this the other way, but this is just showing you a different way that you can do it. So what's cool here is with the media browser, and that's why it's called the browser, now I can look at these clips before I even decide if I want to import them. And I can actually preview them before bringing them in. And I can say, oh, I really like that shot. Maybe we'll bring that in. Or you know what? Let's look at the next one. So this is a really nice tool. So remember, if you want to have more detailed information before importing, or if you need to import something from like a Red, an ARRI, or high-end camera, you want to use the media browser. But if you just want a simple import, which I already knew what these were ahead of time, then you can just import the normal way. So we're going to close that for now. Hop over back to footage here. Sample video, New York. And another thing to note too, this is the default size of all these, but you can actually go to some kind of preset ways of doing it here if you prefer a different way. I really like this list because there's a lot more on the screen, and if I already know what it is, I don't need to see all that, but it allows me to get a bigger picture overview without cluttering up the screen. But if you did want to see more information, look at this. You can do that. And sometimes you do want to zoom in and get a better look at titles. And, you know, again, everything here is personal preference. It's about what you're most comfortable with and about being consistent. Okay, so the video's in the project. Now, audio is really going to be the same thing. It's actually going to be easier because there's not as much to audio. So again, it's very important to organize everything into the appropriate folders because things can quickly get more difficult to find as you bring in more assets. So we're just going to go up here to audio. We're going to bring in our music, stock music. So there's only one thing in here now, which is our theme song. So now we're going to bring in the other music that we're going to use to build our video sequence. So same thing, right click, import. You're going to choose the correct folder. So assets, audio, music, stock. So we have music beds. We have epic music. We have sports music. So the music bed is already what's in there. So we're going to actually, again, you can just click these folders and bring everything in organized. So we're going to do that. And look at that. So basically double click, hit the space bar to preview. So now we have a little bit of a library here that we can use. Let's check this out. So that's pretty much it. Now you know how to import audio and video into Premiere. In Volume 3, I'll show you how to trim your clips and start editing them on the timeline. For more Premiere Pro tutorials, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and make sure to ring the notification bell. And as soon as the next volume is uploaded, you'll find the link in the description.